to the Weekly Blanket, covering our lives one vlog at a time. And at New Mexico, you remember me saying, so today, stuff. So, yeah, I kept saying that. And you could see, like, a clip of that. And so, like, you should look at my teeth because I got 2 tooths got lost. See? It's pretty cool, right? And so yeah, and one of my buddies, Will, he's coming. So get ready to sound some voices on the video, but we'll try to cut that out. But yeah. And so, yeah, it was pretty good this week, and 4 weeks until Christmas. Oh! And tomorrow, there's gonna be 3 weeks, bro. 3! Sorry. When it was Thanksgiving, well, there was a grown up with me, and there was a woman, and there was a girl with me, and she was 7. I was with both of them, and we went to a park. We got distracted, and then we played soccer, and then after that we went back to the house for Thanksgiving, and then we went back, and then this time we went to a pond, and so that was pretty fun. I just got a sore throat, and I just wish I could stop this, but I can't because you guys want to see it. And yeah, the 2 loose tooths is that one. It just fell out. Oh yeah. And then it came out. And so when I was asleep, my dad, he probably threw it in the trash and then put a $1 in there because he knew where it was. And so when I woke up, I saw $1. Yeah. And yeah, so the one that I lost today, well, it was last night, but it was today. I had a really loose tooth, which is this one, and so like it was only hanging by a corner. So yeah, it was pretty loose. So yeah, I was asleep, and then I woke up, and I didn't feel it. I was like, ah! And so I swallowed it. Swallowed the tooth. And, yeah, swallowed it. And when I was at that pond, when we went to the pond at Thanksgiving, we saw some ducks, and there was a goose there as well. So I was trying to sneak through until the goose probably saw me, and then the goose was like, ah, ah. It didn't really sound like that. It was pretty bad. But like I kept getting closer and closer to the ducks, but all of the ducks started quacking, and then they went on the ground. And I was like, are they like charging or something? And so I still came, and then the 7-year-old, her name is Rosabella, she was like, come back, come back. And she was screaming that, so like maybe the ducks heard that, and so I was still getting closer, and then she said, come back, until my 8-year-old, which is my age, and so when he's my cousin, and his name is Jonathan, and he said, my dad got bitten by those, and until I stopped, and then I ran off the grass, and then I ran on the sidewalk, and then yeah, I kept running all through. I didn't really do that, but we found this bridge when we were when we were trying to go to the other side of the pond, and that pond was huge, and so we found a bridge, and there was a spot, and it was wet, and it had like trash in there, and so we went over the bridge, and that watery part, it was gross, and so I went over that, and then I got water in my shoes, and well, not a lot, but I just got a little bit, and yeah, we got to the other side. From the other side that we made from like 1 hour, and then we like played tag, and then we went back home. Well, and then we went back to the Thanksgiving.
Hey guys, so we're back with another one, and this week has been crazy. It was Thanksgiving, and we also did a bunch of stuff. So, Christmas is coming up. I love Christmas. And so, I need to find a way to make money because I have like so many friends now. Not really, they're just expensive to buy for, I guess. But, so I needed to find a way to make some money so I could buy Christmas gifts for all my friends and family. Well, so I got the opportunity to, make some cash, first by working for Aunt Brenny. I helped her clean up a little bit before Thanksgiving, and then on Friday, I ended up dog sitting for this puppy named Waldo, and it was terrible. He was such a puppy, like, but the problem is that he was huge, and so he was crazy, and he peed on the floor, and he was messy, and he chewed up my stuff. But I ended up getting 20 bucks out of it. No, 25, 20. And so it was great. So today I bought all my family and friends Christmas gifts, and that was really fun. We put up our tree, and this is my ornament for the year. English is hard. It's a little sheep. We got it at Target. And I just thought it was super cute, and it's kind of simple, but I like it because sheep are cool. And then we went to the dollar store today, and I got some more slime because that's all I need, more slime. And it's this black slime, and it's kind of cool. It's like water, it's like watery, and like it's really cool. So yeah, Dollar Tree slime, it's pretty great. And then today, the other day, me and my mom were watching an infomercial, and it was talking about like this thing, it's like a hair removal thing, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Because like usually when I try like the creams and stuff, like and waxing, it's just painful, and like I always end up having like allergic reactions to it. And so like we saw an infomercial for this thing, and it's like, I don't know what it is, but it has like a bunch of tiny little blades, and it just like, it's really cool, and it lights up, look. So yeah, and then basically you just like go like that. So I didn't have an allergic reaction or anything, so it was cool. I'm definitely going to be using it a lot. Oh. It's called Flawless Touch. I think that's what it's called. They didn't really have a name for it, but I think it's called Flawless Touch. But yeah, we got it at Walgreens for like 20 bucks, so it's pretty cool. Also, I'm gonna just talk a little bit about Thanksgiving. It was lots of fun, especially since I got to take a break from this diet that I've been doing to my stomach. But there was a problem. I was chasing after my brother or something. I was walking up the stairs because, you know, at my aunt's house, they have stairs. So I was walking up the stairs and I don't even know what I did. I like tripped up the stairs. I fell up the stairs, which I don't even know how I did it. So I fell up the stairs and I hit my toe like really hard. I'm like, ouch. But then I like kept running and then like I sat down for a bit and tried to get up again and like I can't walk on my foot. So I ended up breaking my toe on Thanksgiving, so that was great. But I still had a really good time. I got to hang out with Holli because we invited her over for Thanksgiving. Got to eat a lot of great food. I had a lot of rolls. I love bread. And so, yeah, see you next week.
It's me again, and it turns out I didn't swallow my tooth after all. It was on my pillow the whole time. I was just asleep, having my mouth open, and it fell out, and it went on my pillow. And I thought I swallowed it. And this is what the tooth looks like. And yeah, this is kind of what my other front teeth looked like. And yeah, it's what, obviously. And I don't believe the tooth fairy, I just only believe the money, and yes, you're gonna see my mom and dad's info.
Hey everybody, happy Thanksgiving week. We are just coming to an end of a week of no school. I did have work a little bit this week, but not as much as what I normally do, and so that's good. We every year go to my sister's house for Thanksgiving, and it's us and my parents and Brenda and Brenda's husband's whole side of the family. And then we usually end up inviting some friends. So this year we had our friend Kimbra and her son Jace and our friend Robbie and her daughter Holli, which makes it kind of special. So growing up in Van Wert, we always had Thanksgiving at my house, and my mom's whole side of the family would come over. And so I'm used to having a really big Thanksgiving. For me, that's what the whole holiday feels like. So when Thanksgiving, just the thought of doing it with just 4 people just wouldn't feel right. Because my mom has 8 brothers and sisters. And so when all their spouses and all my cousins came, we had a whole house full of people, and it was always a big deal, and I looked forward to it all year long. We didn't do a lot of other holidays. Actually, that was really the only holiday that we got to do. And so it was the only one that we did with family. So being able to do that made me feel really included and normal. So I think that that's really an important thing. It's become an important thing for me to make sure that everybody has a place to go. And so next we're moving on to Christmas, and all that entails, we've got our tree we got put up today, and our decorations. You can't really see the rest of them in the house, but a little bit of decorations. Everything's a little bit off this year because normally we decorate our fireplace, and this year we don't have a fireplace. This summer Humberto removed our fireplace, and so we had to kind of rethink where everything was going to go, but that's okay because this year we got creative. And so we're starting our Christmas shopping, trying to find the perfect gift for everybody within the budget that we have, which is always just a little bit of a challenge. I'm working on something special for Humberto and trying to figure him out. He's always the most difficult person to buy for because his tastes are very expensive and very specific. So he sent me a list, but of course it's his Amazon list, so I can't shop off of it because he knows. And so anyway, he's just, as usual, a little more difficult than everybody else, but we're getting there. I think we've got a lot of it taken care of. And on Christmas, we have Christmas here at our house, and my whole family comes here, and we do a special dinner. I'm sure we'll talk about that more later on, but starting to look forward to that. And also Christmas break and all that entails of having kids home and having a little extra time off of work and everything. We have certain traditions that we do for, as I'm sure most families do. One of the things that we do for Christmas is that each year I have the kids pick out an ornament for the tree. And I try and, or sometimes I've picked it out for them. Like I think last year they got donuts because both the kids really like donuts. But this year, and some years in the past, I've let them pick out their own ornament. And on the way home from Target, Nicholas is asking why we do that. And I told him that the reason that we do that is because someday when he's grown up, he's going to have a tree of his own. And so I want him to have ornaments right from the get-go to put on the tree that are special to him. So when he and Lainey move out, they'll get to take all their ornaments with them. And so he was kind of thinking about that for a minute and what that might mean. And he asked when I thought he was going to have his own tree. And I told him that when he was grown and when he was a big boy, he would have his own tree when he was grown up. And he said, well, I think I'll probably be living with Kimbra by then. Now, Kimbra's a friend of ours, and I've mentioned her before. So like I said, she was at Thanksgiving with us. She's a little bit younger than me, maybe 2 or 3 years. She has a son that's 16, I think, or he's maybe about to be 16. And he loves Kimbra. He constantly says that he loves Kimbra. They're very special to one another. And so he just said, I'll probably be living with Kimbra by then. And he also said that he thought his kids were going to, first he said, I think my kids are going to call me Daddy, because Humberto makes the kids call him Daddy. That's just a thing that they do, and it's really cute. And then he said, oh, maybe they'll call me Dad. And I said, well, when he made this crack about Kimbra, I said, are you and Kimbra going to have kids? And he said, well, just that one. I said, do you mean her son Jace? He said, yeah. I said, oh boy. So apparently he's planning on being Jace's dad. Again, Jace is about 16 and Nicholas is 8. And I said, well, at what age do you think you'll move in with Kimbra? And he said, probably about 21. And I said, well, how old do you think Kimbra will be at that point? And he stopped and he thought about it for a minute. He was like, oh man. It was like for the first time it registered to him that he was not going to be the only one that aged. That Kimbra was also going to age as he got older. But he still hasn't given up on the fact that they're getting married. So that was really funny. It was really cute. Kimbra got a big kick out of it. I think Jace got less of a kick out of it, thinking that Nicholas could be his stepdad someday. But anyway, we're hoping that, I don't know what I'm hoping. I'm just hoping that he remembers this and that someday he gets a kick out of how cute it was, because we all think it's hilarious. So as Lainey mentioned, we dog sat for Waldo on Friday night for her to earn a little bit of extra money. She did a little of the dog sitting. Waldo slept in bed with Humberto and I, so I'm not sure who actually did the dog sitting, because we had him at the foot of our bed. He was a 10-month-old boxer puppy and weighed 55 pounds, and he thought he was a Chihuahua, so he would run and just rip and tear through the house. He wasn't naughty at all. He's just a puppy. He acted like a puppy, and he was a little bit crazy. But he actually reminded me a little of Nicholas, kind of crazy and loud and listened only when he wanted to. So I guess I'm used to dealing with that. But he was cute and sweet, and we were glad we had him, and we're glad he got to go home. So anyway, as we get into this coming week, we're just gonna have all the normal things, back to work, back to school, and so we'll see you next week. Bye.
Hey family, it's me, Humberto. Just going to recap what happened this week. As it's been mentioned a couple of times, we went to Thanksgiving dinner. I had to work Monday through Wednesday, unfortunately, and of course had Thursday off, and then asked for Friday off. And it was fun. We had a lot of food, very good food. Brenda did a really great job on the turkey, and I always have a dish that one of Tiz's sisters makes. And it's called dirty rice, and she always does a really good job of it. Unfortunately, I think she dropped some in the car, so she didn't have as much as what she usually has. So I only actually got one plate, so I guess maybe next year I'll have a little bit more. So that was lots of fun. As Pam mentioned, we've been trying to buy gifts. I think I've gotten most of our family done. I think we only have my mom and her mom left to buy gifts for, so we're almost done. But everybody else, we pretty much have them ready to go. And as it's also mentioned, we put up the tree today. That's kind of something we always try to do, is after Thanksgiving, we take that weekend to put up Christmas lights and set up decorations and put up the tree and all that fun stuff. So that was good. And the only other thing that I wanted to mention was I had this really weird dream about Nicholas the other day, and I just wanted to talk about it because it was kind of funny, yet kind of strange. But basically it was, for some reason, he had won the ability to dress as a kite to school. And so I brought him inside to the school. I walked him in, and he had a kite tied to him. And we actually have an airplane kite out in the garage, and that's maybe where the dream came from. But it was basically, he was tied to that kite, but he didn't have a string on him. And so I brought him in and, left him with the assistant or whatever that was there. And he started walking out to take him out to the yard. And I'm like, oh, I'll go ahead and, get some pictures with my phone or something while he's out here. And out there in the yard, they had kind of a fenced area where on the other side was the playground. And so the assistant was standing on the other side. And he threw Nicholas up in the air. And Nicholas just basically kind of like did a flip and then fell down on his feet on the other side of the fence. And I saw pieces of the kite flying off of him and other stuff. And we're like, oh man, we need to try that again. And so at the same time I was thinking that in my head, I'm like, yeah, that's not right, probably right, because he's probably going to hurt himself. But they threw him again and he fell down again. And then we told him to go walk up the slide and then jump off the slide. And then that's finally when I'm like, you know what, this is not going to work out. I don't think this is a good idea. So, and that's when I woke up. So, but that's just, I don't know what happened there or what I was thinking of, but that was just kind of a funny dream that I had. And hopefully when you guys see this later on, you'll probably laugh about it too. But it was actually pretty funny once I woke up and thought about it. And other than that, really there's not too much else. Like I mentioned before, I got a new graphics card for my computer, and I'm still, kind of testing stuff out on that to see how it's going. I did take a couple more pictures of family, which I think I don't remember if I mentioned that last week or not, but if not, I'll post some pictures of what those ended up looking like. We actually did them in their house, and I think they came out pretty good. I actually saw them today at church, and the husband said that the pictures turned out really great. So I'm hoping to try to get some more jobs for that so that I can keep practicing. So we'll see how that goes. And going forward for next year too. And along with the graphics card, one of the things that I haven't mentioned before is currently at this time I'm still a little bit of a gamer, so I play PC games mostly. So one of the things that the graphics card does for sure is helped some of the games that I play better. So I've been finished playing The Witcher, and now going on to The Witcher 2. So those have been pretty fun to play as well. And that's really about it for this week, and we'll catch you guys next week. Bye.